Well, welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to be for the sun, moon, and rising sign of our Cancer friends. And so Cancer, just as I've done with everybody else, I wanted to make sure that I introduced you to at least one of the angels that has been assigned to your zodiac sign. And this is Archangel Muriel. Okay. So meditating with Archangel Muriel for all of you Cancer, sun, moon, and rising sign, he very specifically told me the cards that he wanted me to use for you. And he very specifically said that your cards are going to be the Tarot deck. Okay, he said that they're very plain and clear. There's not going to be any reversals, he said, to be read, but any of the major arcana that would potentially pop up, we will clarify with this White Sage Tarot deck, just to kind of give you a little bit of how this is going to go. As we have done with the other weeks, you will get an oracle at the end of the energy of that particular week. But also in a sign of brevity, the angels wanted me to speak about the fact that these little not a unicorn cards they think are hilarious when it comes to the vernacular that we use. And the overall energy for you, Cancer, is going to be found betwixt the not a unicorn cards and then our Beyond Lemuria cards here, which is what's going to be read for you here as an air sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what the energy, the overall energy for this reading. And this is going to serve for, you know, basically the week of the 8th of March all the way through that first week, the first few days of April here, 2021. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, Muriel. Very serious energy from him. Just like very straightforward and serious. Nope, I want this deck. I want this to happen. Oh my gosh, this is so hilarious. Another one of the signs got this too. I think it was either Aries or Taurus. But basically what it was is put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. So go talk to a live person. And again, with springing, I'm not overly shocked about that. It's time that people get out from behind their technology and start to have a little bit more human interaction. So let's see how the Beyond Lemuria supports that, getting out into the air, so to speak. All right. Water, water, water. Beyond Lemuria. I love this deck. The artwork is simply gorgeous. And again, this, I'm not surprised, the top card here is Manifestia. So this is the energy of the magician manifesting, setting forth what it is that you want in your world. So that's a very beautiful card. In order for you to manifest, you need to be able to focus, and you have to be able to go within yourself a little bit, which means you can't be boggled down with tech. So that's how we're going to leave that. I will go ahead and move my timer over here so that I can see it, and I'll put these cards down right there. Okay, so he said he wanted to use the Tarot deck. He didn't feel as though there was going to be too much. He said no cards in the reverse position, which is basically how the decks are supposed to be read, at least the majority of them. He said that the main energy that's going to pop out for you guys is going to be the main thing. And then, like I said, if there's a major arcana, we need to go back and find out some more information, then we will use the White Sage Tarot deck. So again, these cards aren't meant for every single day of the individual week, but what it does mean is that the energies that are going to be laid down here are going to present themselves in some sort of fashion in this particular week. Okay, so the first week of March, right, which is the conclusion of this week, and on the first we had the moon in Libra, which was in opposition to Chiron and Aries. On the third, that we had a transit where Mars and Gemini was creating a lot of restless energy for people. I mean, not necessarily for where it was creating major kerfluffles, but it was creating a challenge for people to try to like get things figured out, and then speaking about what those energies were. So a lot of throat chakra confusion for some people. And then we didn't really have any transits. It's going to be this one here, and it's going to be this one here for sure. And then we'll go back through, shuffle real quick. But in any case, you know, the next big energy wave that comes through is on the 10th. And so what we have here is a major transit is the Sun and Neptune. which is going into conjunction with the sign of Gemini. So there's going to be an opportunity for some secrets to come out, be revealed, things that need to come out. I find it very interesting that it's a 10-day at the end of a cycle. This is the one that wants to come out. Thank you. So we're going to go with that. Take it for what it is. Information that needs to come out needs to be able to come out, and so that you can do what it is that you need to do with it, okay? All right, so as we go through this week of this first energy here, I find it really weird that I can't... Here, I'll put these back here real quick. Here's what we have. Make sure I'm not burning my cards. We have the Three of Swords energy. Like every sign is getting the Hierophant right now. We have the Hierophant. Major Taurus energy, major arcana for the sign of Taurus, so we know that we'll go ahead and clarify that one. The Hermit is indicating, also throat chakra. There is a potential of, being a little bit of a loner if you're not trying to take advantage of an official situation that's coming through. The other thing that it's talking about is it can be some dealings going on with either work or higher sense of self when it comes to education, or even you trying to commune a little bit more with your higher self, okay? The next card that sits next to it is the opposition card. That is the 10 of Wands that's sitting here. So kind of letting something go. And the word oppression, and I think this is why he wanted me to use this deck, was to specifically get down to the root of the issues. Like I said, very kind, but very straightforward to the point about what he wanted to be able to present here. Then we have the Star card that is showing up here, another major arcana card. And the Star card is talking about all the things that you want, right? The Star card is also very integral when it comes to healing and opportunities for healing. So I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there so that people had the opportunity to understand what that looked like. The next card that we have on the deck here is the 10 of Pentacles. So it is called wealth here in this particular deck. Now, the only other thing I have to say about that is that pentacles don't always mean money. They don't. Very often do, but it's not always. The wealth of whatever it is that you need in your particular situation. It can be an abundance of love. It can be an abundance of work. New clients, whatever it is that's tangible, that will come out to a tangible capacity in some way, shape, or form. So again, as I'm looking at this energy as a collective here, the Three of Swords is talking about sorrow. Something was bothering you, upsetting you. That energy potentially is still there. It had potentially something to do with an official situation. It could be a relationship. It could be work. Like I said, there's some oppression that was there, meaning that it's time to kind of let those rods go. You're almost at the end of the cycle. The 10 turns into a 1, which is why it's sitting here next to the Star card. Okay, because the Star card is talking about all those wishes and wants. And wishes and wants indicating something that you need for your abundance, whatever it is you're calling abundant for yourself, okay? So let's go ahead here and let's clarify. He said what the major arcanas, and let's see what else is going on. It's a lot of major Aquarius energy here. So yeah, the Hierophant card, this official situation, it's the same card here, 17, the Star, is indicating that there's something that you really do want, okay? And it is, it's something that you're calling into yourself. So in order for you to do that, you've got to let something else go. So this 10 of Wands energy that's here, this Jupiter energy, the Sagittarius and Jupiter energy of just letting it go so that you can allow the next good thing to come in. So let's go ahead and clarify the Star. I know it's sitting here twice, which typically means that, we're right on track and the energies kind of go together here. And what we have is the Empress. Okay, so the Empress meaning, another major arcana card. The Empress meaning that there is something that you want to be able to birth. There's something that you want to bring to fruition. There's something that you have as far as a creative project that you want to be able to bring forth. That also has a lot to do with the capability within this major Libra energy to be able to see something and have a lot of intuition and knowledge. And it does have a lot to do with, really just knowing that what you want is really is going to come to you. So what it looks like to me is that there's a change that's getting ready to happen, and we will do another round of clarifiers on these, and you're not allowing something to come to fruition. It's like there's an unwillingness for some reason to let this burden down a little bit, let it go. And it has something to do with you trying to heal whatever's going on within this Three of Swords. Okay, so why do we have the Hierophant and the Star together? Well, we've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So what's going on here is that you're releasing a little bit of anxiety that you've had, self-imposed a little bit, potentially a lot of stuff that's coming to you in your sleep time, interrupted sleep. You've gotten to the point where you've made a decision about what it is that you really need. So I'm going to do it like this, because as I'm reading it this way with energies connected together, the Three of Swords, like I said, that sorrow that might have had you a little bit anxious, you're trying to come out of this particular situation. So honestly, what I'm getting out of this is you are looking at letting go of a role, and a role would be leaving. And I'm getting more so higher education than I am, so more so than anything else. Higher education could be like promotion, for instance. Like you might need a little bit of learning or a certificate in order to get to this next piece at your workplace. Maybe you found out that you didn't qualify for this position or something like that, and so you had a lot of anxiety about it, but you're trying to move forward, and you do need to take advantage of these rods and let them go, let that burden go, so that you can restart over from scratch to get to this new wealth that you want. The Empress, though, I'm going to finish up with the Star because I know that there's another card here. This Nine of Swords in reverse. It's a good sign when you let that go. Yeah, it looked as though you had a lot of different options at the time and you weren't able to. So this is the opportunity for you to let something go. Something has to give in this particular situation. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a lot of confusion. What the Seven of Cups does mean is that there's an opportunity to reevaluate, just like the Seven of Pentacles energy, really. You have an opportunity to kind of reevaluate and kind of shift a little bit about what's the first priority, the second priority, and then the next kind of energy. Because you can't take advantage of something unless you have like your strategy put together, in a sense. Okay, so let's go forward and take a look at what else the Empress wants to tell us with the Star card. There's this healing card also. This energy coming through. Yeah, the Page of Wands is here to say that you've got another idea. You're going to get to the point where you have evaluated what needs to go on with this new energy, this new passion project, this birthing of this new thing that you want to be able to bring forward. Oh, look at that. And it's going to be great. So you are going to end up getting it because you have the Ten of Pentacles sitting here with the Ten of Pentacles. So I love this. This message is wrapped up. Whatever it is that was bothering you, whatever it is that wasn't there, that wasn't coming to you at the time that you thought you wanted it, was definitely going to be a divine timing kind of a situation with this, like this Page of Wands character showing up here. It wasn't time. You've realized that, and you've putting your best foot forward to kind of get past this next effort. So let's go ahead and pull an angel therapy card here for this first week for our Cancer. Thank you. Where'd you go? Ah, there it is. Fairy energy. Okay, so we have strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose does involve helping Mother Nature. It doesn't have to be 100% of what you do all day, but there's something that there's an involvement there, and so you're being invited to call on the fairies a little bit to help you with whatever it is that you need to have help with there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull another angel card on top of that. What else would our angels like to share with our Cancer for the week of the 8th? Okay, so like I said, on the 10th, we've got this transit that's coming out where there's some secrets that are going to come out, a lot of soul searching for people. On the 13th, we have the new moon. Excited about those new moon wishes. Star card, wishing on a star. A little bit, right? This healing, this restoration that's coming to you. Then, we go into daylight savings time on the 14th, and that can affect people's sleep a little bit because you're losing time or gaining time, however it works out in your neck of the wood. And then what ends up happening is that as we get to the end of, we start off into that next week of the 15th, where there's some other transits that are coming. But in order to help you migrate all these energies, what would the angels like to share along with the fairies? Nature. Yeah, getting outside a little bit. getting outside as much as you possibly can to kind of get some fresh air into your lungs and a fresh perspective about things that have to go on. The next thing is with ease and grace. So although you can see our beautiful monk sitting here meditating, he is allowing things that no longer serve him, like this Ten of Wands, to go so that you can get to your next place with ease and grace, right? So this is just beautiful energy. It's ebb and flow. You've got to go through it. Take whatever dramatic stuff has been going on and make sure that you are only filtering out which you can handle, right? The rest of it doesn't belong to you. So ease and grace. So I love that energy, getting outside. Okay, let's move into our second week. So this will be the week of the 15th. Here they go. I was like, how could I lose such big cards? So what happens is on the 15th, we actually have, like I said, another transit. We've got Mercury and Pisces. Okay, and so Mercury in Pisces is talking about your imagination and your concentration kind of being off a little bit, because it's kind of airy-fairy energy, which is why your concentration could be off just a little bit, could be carrying through. So just be aware of that, all right? So what else do we have here for our Cancers? What else is going on? What's major for the week of the 15th for them? So we go all the way from the 15th to the 20th, I guess would be that Saturday, and that's where we actually have a lot of energy that following weekend. There's two. Well, we have the Eight of Cups energy, moving away from something specific or trying to make a decision about moving away. And then we've got the Chariot, which says so if you make the decision to move away, it's going to be done with a lot of success. So when you look at the terminology here, you've got indolence. And you know, that's kind of what it is. You've kind of done all the different things that you can do. That definitely is Gemini energy that's sitting there. And you should be aware of that. Something is going to be revealed to you. Like I said, that 10th, whatever that information is that comes out with, on the 10th, with that Gemini energy, with that conjunction, is that's carrying over into your decision-making process. It didn't flip all the way out, but that's the one that we want. So we have the truth card sitting next to the Chariot. So wherein, I better move these up because these are big cards. The Truth card is after you've gone through this area of having to move, you're going very, very swiftly. You are definitely going in the right direction. You definitely are going to hit some bumps along the line. You just are, but you're going to come out smelling like a rose at the end. So you're going to have to rest. That's basically the advice that you're given. You're going to have to rest. You're going to have to, you know, it's a truce within yourself. So you might have, you know, you need to have this rest after the battle. You need to have this rest after a situation so that you can kind of rest your mind and your body, so that you can be ready for the next thing. All right. What else do we have here for our Cancer? Oh, there she goes. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Second opportunity, a second chance. So we're going to clarify the Chariot card and we're going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune just to see what other details we can pull out in order to support you. And it's this card right here, the Six of Wands. Ooh, I super love that. So there's victory all over the place here. So you're basically being given a warning that you're going to maybe go through a little bit of some challenge, but you're going to come out of it. This is about confidence. I think that's how I'm going to title this one for you Cancers, your confidence in this particular month, because it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be huge. The Chariot card also is a karmic card, okay? And this is your energy. So you're coming back into your own energy of being whole, in a sense. You're going to be whole with whatever these decisions are that need to be made. And the Wheel of Fortune showing up, like I said, is, you know, the universe turning in your favor, especially sitting here with this Ten of Pentacles, being clarified here by the star. So you guys have some powerful energy. And then we've got positive movement cards going here. All they're asking you to do is take a little bit of a rest. You're going to need to take a knee somewhere here in order to make sure that you don't burn yourself out. Let's see what else we have here. Let's clarify the Chariot for our Chariot sign, our Cancers, please. All right, Muriel, what do we got here? Ace of Cups in reverse. That's why you're being asked to rest, because you're going to go through a lot here and you want your cup to be restored. And if you don't rest, you're not going to be able to get there. This is going to be a harsher journey than you think, but you can definitely do it. You're going to come out. What else do we have with this Ace of Cups? Well, okay, now it's actually going to be this one here. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be asked to reevaluate a few different things. You're going to be asked to reevaluate a couple of different things so that you can get to a point where you can feel restored. One more card here. The other advice is don't feel afraid. Even though the fruit is not completely available to be taken off of this Tree of Pentacles, you at least need to be thinking about where it is that you can invest in yourself a little bit. Yeah, because whatever it is that comes out is for your best and highest good. So just take a little bit of rest. This moon card is revealing something. This energy of this new moon is where you're going to have the wishes, but this moon card that's popping up here in the reverse position means you definitely are on the upswing of receiving this particular information. It's already in your sign, Cancer, Pisces for sure, sacral chakra for sure, when it comes to the creative aspect of what has to happen, right? Subconscious and dreaming and creativity. Let's move forward to this Wheel of Fortune energy here. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune, there we go. 10 of Cups again. Everything that you want. Holy shit, this is an awesome reading. I need to find out who the Cancers are in my life so I can kind of keep up with them just a little bit. This is beautiful. I don't even know. There like literally isn't even anything that I need to clarify in this. You are getting a second chance to get what it is you want, and you are going to be completely restored. Just please take their advice and rest when you can here, because the Six of Wands sitting next to it is 100% victory. I mean, that's exactly what it is. So this Jupiter energy that's sitting here, Jupiter and Leo, I mean, seriously, this is damn, I'm shook. Oh, just be quiet now. This is really, really good. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull a card, and this is actually going to be from our Keepers of the Light deck here. What master would like to step forward and support our Cancer here this week of the 15th before we get into the energy of the equinox over the weekend? I'll get into it. Wow, this is really good. I'm like really blown away. There we go. Ooh, Kalima. Nice. Facing any fear that you might have. So there's going to be some spiritual changes, and this is your chance to really kind of go through and change and grow with whatever those spiritual changes are. So very strongly with this indolence card, but I also feel that it's going to have a lot to do with what happens with this whole equinox period that comes up here too. This is beautiful energy. I'll go ahead and start talking about the next week here. Because what's going to happen the 20th, the 21st, there's some major transits that are going to kick off energetically. Wrong deck. That are going to kick off energetically for people. And the first thing that you should know, like around that Sunday, that Saturday, Sunday, so when the equinox hits on the 20th, okay, I think the 20th is the Saturday. The equinox, Ostara, right? It's like the beginning of our official spring season here in the Northern Hemisphere. You have the sun in Aries, right? And that's going to be a great time for projects, okay? You need to get outside. You need to get out. You need to get outside, all right? You need to get some fresh air. Whatever challenges that were presented are just going to be crushed. And it looks to me like Kalima, the energy of invoking Kalima is going to be really supportive, okay? The other thing that happens is that Venus is in also the sign of Aries. And so there's a lot of charisma. There's a lot of charm. There's a lot of hot, sexy time for people. It's that natural time of the year anyway. It's strong, like it's strong energy. All right. Then what you end up having also on the 21st is Mars in Gemini, which has a trine with Saturn in Aquarius. So what happens is there's going to be a lot of increased productivity for a lot of people, especially if they're reorganizing and they're thinking about things, and a strong focus on doing new work. Okay, so that's all the way through the weekend, because through the 23rd, which is going to be like that next Monday. So that next Monday, That's the 22nd, right? So then on the 23rd, the next big transit that happens is Mercury is in Pisces. And then it's squaring that Mars, which is in Gemini now. And so there's going to be potentially some internal battles for people, so a little bit of controversy. You shouldn't fear that, but you should also be warned and, you know, be aware of not making any shortcuts. Don't shortcut whatever project it is that kind of came into fruition here. That's going to be a good thing for you. Don't shortcut it. See it all the way through, even though there might be a little bit of kerfluffle with somebody. Now, what we have here is the Two of Cups. So we have Venus, yeah. I'm sorry, this is cracking me up. This is your card again. We've got love. Venus in Cancer, right? Two of Cups. The idea of two things or two people coming together. If it's not you merging in with your higher self a little bit, there's definitely the opportunity for two people to come together energetically. Spiritual union is very, very likely for you light workers at this point, especially if you're not coupled up with anybody. That message is definitely for you. But let's see what else we have here. This is really good. Oh, yay! Then we have the Three of Pentacles, which means that there's beautiful collaboration that's getting ready to pop forward. So, I keep getting higher education. That keeps popping up for me, but that does mean that there's an opportunity for apprenticeship or moving forward, like I said, with, how do you call it? Well, apprenticeship, I guess, is what it is. Having a leader or having someone come in that's like-minded with you, that's going to be able to show you what it is that you need for the next part of your future. I think of student teaching. That's the first thing that popped into my brain. That's the energy is there for a reason. Yeah, you've got the Knight of Swords. So this individual that's going to be supporting you or working with you, brings a lot of clarity. This person is very intellectual. This person is going to call it straight like it is, which is exactly what it is that you need. No airy-fairiness at this particular moment. Ooh, wow. Then you get a major arcana card. This is basically called the art card. This is basically temperance, if you want to translate it. It's creating the alchemy about what it is that you want. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. This also happens to be patience. Okay, and balance. That's the best way to put it. So we'll clarify that one for you for sure. Let's see. No, I want it to pop out. I don't want to have to go in and chase anything. Thank you guys. Yeah, there we go. Oops. And we have the Devil card. Major Arcana of Capricorn sitting here. Okay, what do we got? Just take a look. I'm not going to reorder any of the different things that are sitting here, but I think this is the energy of where that Mercury and Pisces is actually coming in, to be perfectly honest. Something's going to be brought to your attention, perhaps from this person that's not going to like hold any punches about how things need to be alchemically changed a little bit. So, you know, at best, the devil is talking about getting together and having some fun, hot, sexy times, right? At its worst, the devil could be, you know, the energy of self-imposed limitation. What is it that's holding you or locking you into place with something? Why do you feel like you have to be at a specific spot? You know, these individuals that are tied here can release themselves at any time that they want to be able to do it. So the energy is, why do you keep yourself tied into this energy if you don't really have to? There's an opportunity for you here. I do think that the order would be changed if I was going to do it. But the idea is that you can pour into yourself or pour into the situation the different components that are needed so that you can move forward with ease and grace. So let's pull a couple of cards here on the temperance, this art, if you will. A lot of Sagittarius energy going on here. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So that is a little bit of unstable security in a sense. So there might be something that's revealed here. Like I said, this week, don't be cutting any corners. There could be a little kerfluffle, a little bit of controversy with someone. Yeah, that would affect your trajectory. So you are being given a heads up, so to speak, that It doesn't necessarily have to be an earth sign, this King of Pentacles. I mean, it could be. It could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Very strongly also, like I said, Capricorn here, this earthen energy. But there's definitely a surprise element that's getting ready to show up for you that could potentially throw you off of your trajectory if you're not paying attention to it. Let's get a little bit more information about this Devil card, please. What's going on with this major Capricorn energy? All right. There we go. There's two. I know that there's another card coming. The first card is Eight of Cups. Yeah, it had something to do with you walking away up here. And significantly affecting your trajectory, because the Six of Cups, it's somebody definitely that's popping up from your past that's influencing kind of something else that needs to happen. Now, I don't very often equate the Three of Pentacles to, no, it's usually Three of Wands or Three of Cups moment. I'll reserve judgment for just a moment, but someone's trying to pop up from the past, okay? Let's see what else we can find out about this Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups energy. Six of Cups in reversed. That's showing up here. There we go. Ah, okay, interesting. I did get a couple cards. I was wondering if I would. Yeah, this individual is not doing the work. So there's someone in your energy that's going to show up here this week of the 23rd here that's not going to be doing their fair share of the work. And it's unfortunately, it's this Knight of Swords. So this Knight of Swords should be the individual that should be helping you. But what you need to know about is, in fairness, this person might be affected by different energies, and this person is going to maybe want to cut some corners. Don't let that person do that, because it will throw you off of your positive momentum forward, if that makes any sense, okay? Let's go in with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to see what other energies are out there for you guys this particular week that we should be aware of. So all that energy takes place, like I said, through the 23rd. We get all the way up to that Friday, which is the 26th. And the 26th is actually a really good transit day for any spiritual worker that's out there, because the veil is going to be pretty damn thin. This is when Venus conjuncts the sun in Aries. So, you know, it's a lot of lovey-dovey stuff with the universe doting on you. You should be all about your personal affirmations. You should be very, very strongly connected to spirit if that's what you do. Keep your personal affirmations really, really high. Keep positive thoughts about what it is that you need to be able to have, because you're assured to get it, right? So what we have here is quarrel. Yeah, you have an opportunity to avoid a quarrel here if you are on top of the situation. This is very much that Mars in Cancer energy that we talked about before, okay? So it definitely has something to do with this collaboration with this new partner that you have. The other information that they're giving you is don't lose your optimism. This energy is just that energy. So try to pick yourself up and be on top of the situation. And submission. This is a perfect card for this. So this card is called Submission, and the energy with this Venus in Gemini that's showing up right here is, yeah, you're going to have a lot of activity between the 21st and the 26th, that's for sure. This cage is open, right? This cage is open, but this bird is still sitting there. It's almost like the energy of the devil here. Don't submit to something that doesn't make any sense to you. Don't do it because someone thinks it's the best way to do it. Someone definitely is going to be trying to throw you off. Well, then they may not personally mean to do it to you, but the energy of that person is not. Just don't follow their advice. You need to be strong in your own sense at this particular moment, because whatever it is that they do is going to throw you off just enough for it to be a concern or a problem, right? All right. I'm going to have to move some cards here. I love my I love my decks. But let's move these things up here. So then we move from the week of, like I said, this 26th, where you have the opportunity to kind of do a course correction. Thank you, universe, for that information in advance. So that takes us to the last week, which is like that Sunday the 28th through this first week of April. And on the 28th, right after we get through Passover, on the 28th, is Palm Sunday, but also the full moon. So anything that's been crazy, you can release that from your energy if you ask the universe for a little bit of help in doing that. But I really think the best part of what's going to happen for you is this new moon energy that shows up on the 13th. Yeah. So this is interesting because this is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is the Seven of Pentacles also. So you're going to be made aware of something. They're giving you cautious optimism here so that you don't have a failure. Now I know why Muriel wanted me to go here. He wanted the information to be very direct and clear. Don't let someone else affect what you have going on. Oh, yay! This is why. Because you have the sun moment coming so that you can be in the Empress moment that you wanted to have. Where'd she go? Up here. Wait, where'd she go? There she is, right there, the Empress moment. You want things to come to you with ease and grace. You want things to show up, your freedom, your vitality, your momentum forward, your great fame and victory and all the positive things that come with it, and your solar plexus being completely just blown up with your self-expression so that you can be in the energy of the Empress and watch things come to you and create the fruit, you know, manifest the way that you want to be able to see it. God, you guys are hot. This is such a badass reading. Okay, what else do we have for our Cancer for this last week as they're moving into the month of April? I just love these heads up that the universe gives us. You know, these snapshots in time are there. And this is the power of, you know, the Oracle and Tarots, being able to understand what's going on from an energetic perspective in a particular point in time so that you can make changes if you need to. It's a free will planet. It's course corrections. Heads up. But this is actually really, really good. They're really leading you into a position where you can come out the winner here. Woohoo! And it's this one too. It just didn't flip all the way out. So that one would go here. Yeah, Valor. You're going to come out on top if you follow the advice here so that you can get to your new direction. Oh my God, you guys. This is so fabulous. I love this reading for you. Major Arcana. I don't really think I need to clarify that anymore, but literally these three cards here are all Major Arcana. The Seven of Wands here is stepping on top, is keeping your faith and not letting the ankle bite and bedwetters mess with you. Standing in your power, standing in your groove, standing on top of the situation, not letting anybody else influence you. So let's see what else we have to say about the sun. I don't really know what else you would say about the sun. This major Leo energy that's sitting here, that's, who doesn't want that? All right, what else do we have for our Cancers with regards to the sun? Yeah, the fact that the Two of Swords is sitting in the reverse position means that you have already made the decision. You made a decision. Is there anything else that needs to clarify that? No. So now we're going to clarify the Empress in the upright position. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else do we need to know about the Empress in the upright position? Justice. Justice sitting in the reverse position. Is that meant to be in reverse, Muriel? Yes. Okay, why? This is bothering me. That one was in reverse. I'm going to shuffle it 2 times. Shake this energy out. There is a very strong potential with the Empress energy that's here, that you are so dialed in with this Libra kind of energy. That's exactly why they're bringing it up. But there's an opportunity here that you're not seeing something that you need to be able to see, in a sense. Or the Empress is not really a mean person. Everything that she touches turns to gold, but something is not quite right. So there's an unjust thought process that you should potentially be aware of when it comes to this Two of Cups energy, this partnership. Make sure that whatever it is that you do it with high integrity, okay? If you've got a, like I said, this week, there's an individual that's going to be here like causing you some kerfluffle. Just make sure that you're not the asshole in the process when you have to get through this next piece, because you don't want it to affect your Queen of Wands moment. You really don't. So that's just a heads up, because the Fool is starting off in a new direction. You are at the end of an old cycle. You're getting ready to start something brand spanking new, and you don't want anything to mess with that. I mean, you really, really don't. But let's go ahead and find out what else we need to know about this Fool. Yeah, Knight of Swords energy is clarity. Be aware of your thought process and your communication not being too sharp. Meaning, well, yeah, that your communication is not coming out as too sharp. Don't shield your throat chakra, but again, there's ways to say things in a way, yeah, because if you don't, you're going to affect this Ace of Wands moment, which is a new passion project, okay? So those are just cautions, but then you end up, same card, the Seven of Wands. So the only other thing I can say is that, you know, you do need to say whatever it is that you need to be able to say. Just make sure that it doesn't affect, you know, future opportunities. You don't ever want to be on the downside of justice because of a way that you said something to someone at some point. I think you know what I'm saying. Just say what you have to say with ease and grace. Make sure that you're being as communicative to people as possible, okay? Focus on what they're saying. That's the other best word that I can say. Focus on the words that are coming out of their mouth and just what it is that they have to say, as long as it's not hurting you. And then say back out what is it that you need to be able to say. That came out very, very hard for me to be able to say. So somebody really needed to know that, because throat chakra is completely like twisted up in that one right there. There is another card that wants to pop out besides this Hertz card that shows up. So there's a frequency that they're inviting you to take into your experience here, and it is about expression. Yeah, 741 Hertz is about expression, throat chakra, which will help you. So listen to it. It's also reduces down to the master number of 11, which supports the Fool here, beginning to walk through a new path. So they're guiding you to speak your truth in a way that is not offensive to other people, that won't affect other different types of things. And I'm not surprised that Merkaba showed up. I love this card. So the Merkaba, or the Merkaba, however it is that you've learned how to say it, is the Master Healing card. The Master Healing card is all about healing all levels of your being, okay? The restructure, in a sense. It's a master card. This is master energy. It's, again, the four, beginning a new structure and new foundation, I guess is the right word to say it. But the Merkaba is here to heal you. So do I have one sitting here? I think I might. Hang on just a half a second. From a 3D perspective, I think sometimes it's hard for people to understand what that looks like. This is what a Merkaba looks like. Let me get a little bit closer. Right? This is their Merkaba, right? It's a star. Basically what it is, it's your own energy. It's your energy. It's like the up, down, going all the way across, and the back, forth. I know that sounds really kind of rudimentary, the way that I'm trying to explain it, but your energy field, if you're going from arm out to arm out, 6 feet away from you, basically your span, and 6 feet above you, up and down, and the way that the energy just kind of crisscrosses each other. It's like your personal vehicle, right? Your personal energy. How you transport yourself when you're in dream time, with protection of the angels and everybody else. Basically, they're saying this particular week is going to be important for you because there's major things that are coming. So where in here you were asked to go in and take a rest with this Four of Swords, you're going to want to do everything that you can to bring forth the energies of this Merkaba, and also this expression of 741 Hertz. So if you don't have a stone, then I would suggest that you take a still of this particular shape, okay? You can physically lay it on your body whilst you're listening to this music to help kind of heal you wherever it is that you need to have a little bit of extra healing, okay? But all in all, you guys, Cancer, this is like a badass reading right now. This is all about your personal courage, your personal commitment to yourself about the different things that you want. We're going to just review real quick. Get in touch with people. Get away from the tech as much as you can, all right? Connect with people. You're being invited to connect with people. Manifestia is here to help you. You've got some badass energy that's going to be sitting here. You're just being given some heads up and some forewarnings about some things. Do things with ease and grace, okay? Not too much, not too little. Again, your outside time, I think you're going to have a potential to connect up with the fairies. And you can just call on them. And you'll understand when they're there, when they show up, but they're only going to show up for people that are going to do good things. And obviously they wouldn't be showing up here in your energy if you weren't. But there is something that is calling your attention within the realm of Mother Nature. Kalima, okay? Kali is going to be here to help you face your fear of moving forward. I think sometimes people talk themselves out of their own opportunities because they're fearful of what's going to come out, even though it's going to be beautiful on the other side. You're being invited not to do that. Face your fears. Ask for the help that you need. Don't get into quarrels with people about things that have nothing to do with their energy. Keep your energy straight and on target as much as you possibly can. I know for a fact that he's like just buried under here. Yeah, there it is. But everything that you want is coming. Don't submit to someone else's idea. Be in your power. Okay, that's where the Seven of Swords, this Valor card shows up, because it looks like you're going to be doing that. But look at this. You've got the 10 of Wands. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the Fool card. You have the friggin' Sun card, and you have the Empress card sitting right here. You are in such great shape. I can't even. And the Wheel of Fortune, Cancer. Seriously, come on. If you really want something and you've been asking for it, it's coming. Your manifestation powers are strong. Congratulations for whatever it is that you brought forth. Just have confidence in your confidence in yourself over these next 4 weeks, because it's coming, baby. Just be just in how you have to say the things that you need to say. And that's really the advice from Spirit. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that it resonated with you. If for some reason it didn't, just hit the like. If it didn't, make sure that you take a look at the Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, all of those things. If it did, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It helps to grow the channel for me just a little bit, and get my messaging out there for someone else that might want to take an appreciation for how I do it. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, please. I would love to be able to share the other content that I have. And then comment. I'm very curious about how these energies are working with you. So from myself, through Archangel Muriel, that's your angel, thank you very much for taking a listen to what it is that we have going on here. And I will see you about the second week of April. Bye for now.